Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Amen, c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Amen, c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un Dieu. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un Dieu. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un Dieu. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. Des gens qui ont le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Des gens qui ont la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux, c'est de Touko. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux. Docteur.
Hi. Good day, the beautiful people of the Cameroons. The beautiful people of La République du Cameroon, that country that had its independence on the 1st of January 1960. And my warm greetings to the people of British Southern Cameroon, that country that was headed by Prime Minister Ndeli and had its independence on the 1st of October 1961. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ntive, le singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Today I don't can talk law. Something for some law, for La République, their law. You see, no? You want a criminal procedure code. Now, La République, their law. I read them every day before I can talk. Now, La République, their constitution, this. So, when me I can't talk, I need to talk me in a street for gutter. We of British Cameroon National Party, we believe one use legal means, Article 65, for commode we for La République du Cameroon. This is a campaign that I started campaigning for ever since I was a boy, because I believe the people of British Southern Cameroon, they cannot live with people who don't respect the laws. I will repeat this. The government of La République du Cameroon is a criminal syndicate. I'll tell you, and I'll tell you why, with a specific thing today. Those people, you call them for La République du Cameroon, are criminals. Them. I'm not making it up. I'm not insulting them. And I will tell you on this program. May I send my condolence to Barrister Yondo Black's friends and family. Barrister Yondo Black, I heard he passed away. He was very inspiring in the early 1990s. They were planning to create a political party in La République du Cameroon in 1990, and 10 of them, they were arrested by the La République du Cameroon government because they wanted to create a political party. The irony about this is that the constitution of La République du Cameroon in 1990 said you can create a political party. But the government of Mr. Biya arrested Barrister Yondo Black and other people because they wanted to follow the law. When you see, as far back as the 1990s, I realized we cannot live with this government that behaves like an animal. People who don't understand their own laws. You can never live with people who don't respect the laws. They always say, le Cameroun, c'est un état de droit. But they don't respect their laws. Barrister Yondo Black and 10 others, they were arrested, locked up, until there was an international outcry before they were released And the government of La République du Cameroon started lying that, oh, they were not arrested because of they wanted to create a party subversion. They were lying. A government made up of liars. I have lived long enough to know that British Southern Cameroonians, they cannot live with the people of La République du Cameroon. It's because about their government. A leopard can never change his spot. Ladies and gentlemen, so my condolences once more to the family of Yondo Black and the loved ones. He was a great man. And these are people who did a lot of things. Unfortunately, Cameroon is still one-party system because they try their best. There's no democracy in the Cameroons. Democracy is not only about election. Democracy is about transparency, accountability, the rule of law. But we have a country where the law is Atanganji, the law is Paul Biya, the law is Famdongo, the law is Chantabia, the law is Ngongo, the law is Evis Ngolengole, the law is Prime Minister Diongute. People who don't respect the law. So ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to talk about electoral fraud. Sometimes you might think it's Mr. Biya, but you're part of this electoral fraud. Electoral fraud in the Cameroons is a criminal offense, not crime. I don't want to see one single person for the Cameroons where they don't commit electoral fraud. They go try for court, they imprison it because it is sanctioned, it is legalized by CPDM People Dem Money government. Electoral fraud is legalized because it is the government that goes about stealing votes. I'm sure 99%. And they use their militants, they use their agents, but you have never heard them. You don't need to wait. I've seen enough evidence on social media, on videos. Why is it that they are not arresting these people? Why is it that Mukete, that man who calls himself chief, who is forcing CDC workers who are working to earn their money and intimidating them, because that's what that Mukete man is, a chief of fun. I don't know. I wouldn't call him chief of fun because he doesn't merit that title. Intimidating people to vote for Mr. Biya for his own personal benefit. That's criminal offense, electoral fraud. It is. I'm not making it up. It is in their law. So you have a lot of criminals who don't know they are criminals. But in law, the law does not respect ignorance. It means, if you go talk for court, say, oh, I know be not saying a crime. No. The law not respect ignorance. If you don't know you commit crime, oh, they will still put you in. Not be defense, so say, I know be not saying a crime. So ladies and gentlemen, today I can't tell when I say, a lot of criminals in the way they commit for Cameroon, the penal code for the laws of the Cameroons and the electoral code say, electoral fraud na criminal offense. Most of una dey do am. You don't need to talk so you not be know or you don't know. So if you see CNU rebranded CPDM, na criminal syndicate, I'm not making it up. We have seen enough evidence that CPDM political party, they are immoral. And all those people they call the name elite. You don't respect somebody because it's older than you. Even an old person can go to prison. President Sarkozy, they have ordered him. He used to be president of France. He's going to go to prison next week. The judge have ordered him. So it's not about age. It's not about president. I respect people who are morally upright. Rigor and moralization. I don't respect people because you're older than me. If Prime Minister Diongute is working with the government that they stuff ballot box, the fraud, I don't respect him. It doesn't matter whether he's my lecturer. I even take away. I can forget him that he's not my lecturer. I don't want immorally bankrupt people to be my lecturers. I don't. If people who don't respect the laws and they sit, they think I'm Prime Minister. Cameroon is morally bankrupt. If I have a government, none of Mr. Biya's minister, there will be a minister in my government because they are all morally bankrupt. No respect. They have children. If you go around committing criminal offense, what do you say to your kids? It means your kids today will definitely be following your footsteps. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a lot of evidence on social media that the government of the Cameroons is committing what? The government of the Cameroons, they are committing fraud or whatsoever in the election. We have seen, there's enough evidence, which I've seen, enough evidence. So my point is, what are these criminal offenses, electoral fraud? Voting more than once. If you go vote more than one time, now fraud, now criminal offense. We don't see them now. People, they disturb ballot. Prime Minister, so one day they run with ballot box. Unelected governors, DO them, SDO them, they did fraud. If you vote more than once, I see a video. Somebody says, some man don't put this away 3 times, 3 envelopes, then they for 1. That's voting more than once. The laws of the Cameroon say it's a criminal offense. And they are voting what for? Chop people their money. So a political party that's a criminal syndicate, and is it Baragangele, the Minister of Secretary of State for Internal Security, he should be arresting them. You don't need to wait. The police, the gendarmes, they should be arresting these people who are voting more than once, and they should be going to court, try them, and maybe fine them or imprison them, but nobody is doing anything. Stuffing ballot box, that's a crime, criminal offense. We have seen it. We have seen it. Manipulating, forging electoral result. Abed Zonga came and said it. CNU rebranded CPDM. They have been stealing elections since 1992. They stole the election that was won by Union for Change under the leadership of John Fundi. These people are criminals, and we take it lightly. They say, look, Cameroon and Etat de droit. When it's the opposite, criminals. Criminals running a country. And you people keep quiet. How can you allow criminals to be running your country? I am quoting the laws of the Cameroons. Their laws. I'm not making it up. I am not making it up. I don't come here and say things I cannot back it. The criminals are all over Europe. They say they won for the CPDM. The criminals, the CPDM criminals. If you are a CPDM, you are criminals. And don't pretend. You people have been doing those things since 1992. So, when I come and say people have been voting more than once, you people have seen it. I'm not making it up. As a lawyer, I come and interpret the law. I talk about the law. Creating fake voters, fake polling station is a criminal offense. This Ndamjoya woman, she went there, she saw, is it ballot box in people's private house? That's it. The law says it's a criminal offense, creating fake voters, fake polling station. Am I making it up? No. Mr. Bia's government is made up of criminals, thief people them. All these members of parliament, especially the ones, 35 in Southwest and Northwest region, they are quiet, they don't talk. They are only waiting so that they should announce their result that they have won again, then they start talk. Now they are silent. Silent, like when Mr. Bia disappeared for more than 40 days. They are doing the same thing. They don't talk. Where are they? I'm calling all those members of parliament in Northwest and South British. Come and talk. Why are you people silent? You're scared. You don't know the future. You always do that. Criminals. Criminals. Time will catch up with all of you. Fraudulent people. You go around criminal syndicate. I'm a member of parliament. I'm a senator. Criminals. Thief. All of you. So I'm listing this in interfering with electoral process and intimidating voters. That Mukete man, he was intimidating CDC worker. You people take it when they come and say, I apologize. Don't take it. These people, they have committed offenses that people have died. People have lost their life. A lot of people are in exile. Some of you come and call people who are out of the Cameroons, oh, diaspora failure. How can you be a failure? This is not their country. People come and do different things. They have to go back to their country. The current Canadian Prime Minister came here and worked in this country. He went back to his country. He's a Prime Minister of Canada. There's no nationality called diaspora. A diaspora cannot be a failure. This is not our country. I came here to study. I was hoping to have some experience and come back to my country. But you go to my country, it's so dirty. Mosquito, cockroach, mbimbi, you cannot breathe. Dust, bad road, bad hospital. After living here, if I come there, if we cannot change it, we need a government that knows how to govern. We, especially most of us out of the country, we need experienced nurses, experienced doctors, experienced architects, experienced engineers, experienced lawyers to come and fix that country before we can live there. Sometimes I cannot breathe. The country is so dirty like a pigsty. I wonder how you people live in that type of a country. Nobody talks about it. All you know is fraud, corruption, stealing people's land, stealing, criminal syndicate, CPDM, chop people their money, thief people them, thief. That's all you do. Even some lawyers, some judges in the Cameroons, they are part of the criminal syndicate. Because I've not seen any lawyer in the Cameroons that can stand firm. The newspaper, they are part of it. CRTV is part of the electoral fraud, propaganda for chop people their money. You people do it. When I was growing up, I was very young in primary school. I don't even know my age. I used to hear they used to call the man acquire, a newspaper man. Where are the acquirers of today? All of you are afraid of Joe Chobonke. You are afraid of Joe Chobonke because most of you writing newspaper, you're part of the CPDM gang. Where is the new acquirer? Are you scared? A lot of people have sacrificed their life. A lot of people are out of the country. White man country, as some of you call you, abroad. It's not paradise. People come here, Jamaicans, they work here, they go back to their country. Nigerians, they come here, they do this, they go back to their country. Ghanaians, they come back, they do this, they go back to their country. Kenyans, they come back, they do this, they go back to their country. It's only the people of Cameroons, we have nowhere to go. If you have any place to go, our streets are dangerous. Violence against women, high. Violence against children, high. Kidnapping for ransom, high. Where is the government? No government. Where is Mr. Bia? No Mr. Bia. What plan for the country? No plan. 43 years old, destroying a country. Ladies and gentlemen. And when there are electoral fraud, the law in the Cameroon says there are penalties. I don't know how many people, if somebody knows one person that they have ever convicted this person of electoral fraud, let me know. They either fine you, you either go to prison, or there's administrative consequences. They can annul the election. But chop people their money, they will not like to annul the election. Atangana Clement is just a stooge. It puts the result in a paper, they come and give him, he reads it. So I don't know why some of you are wasting your time about Elecam. Those Elecam Constitutional Council, the day they are reading the election, Elecam Constitutional Council, they don't even know the result themselves. They just take an envelope. Atangana Clement takes that is the week and everything, put Munzungu like a Munzungu. That week, which I don't like as an African, that week that they put on their head, that they are lawyers, I don't like it. It's meant for these people. Atangana Clement will put it last minute in his office. They will just bring the envelope, open the envelope, give him, he will just take it. For the first time, he will see it in his office and he will just come and read it to you people. There's, Constitutional Council President. These people, they just put them there. They instruct them on what to do. Elecam is the same thing. Some of you do, Elecam. Elecam, they don't see the result. The result is being cooked inside a 2D. Then they will just come there. Have you ever seen the Elecam president or directors talking like me? No, they don't talk because they don't even know the result themselves. That day, they will just come and give them. When they have accepted, put copies in their files. Then they will be seeing it too for the first time too, like me and you. Then Atangana Clement doesn't even see the result in advance. That day, they will just bring him in Palais. They put him there. He just read. The end of story. That's how they do it. He himself doesn't even know the result. He doesn't see it in advance. They bring a sealed envelope that morning in court and they give it to him to read it one. Even if he wants to say, Mr. Bia did not win, but you will have only one in front of him. So how can you have one copy of something and change? So that's how it works. Some of you don't understand the Cameroons. So ladies and gentlemen, one, there's administrative punishment. They can annul the election. They can say the election, because of too much fraud, they can say, but I don't see La République doing that because they will look at it like a weakness. So ladies and gentlemen, don't be jealous of these CPDM chop people their money. These ministers are criminals because they encourage vote. I've seen evidence some ministers, they encourage people to fraud for election. I've seen members of parliament, some of them senators, they encourage people to vote fraud. Some of these unelected governor deals, all of them, they are criminals. It doesn't mean because you're a governor. Look at Sarkozy. Sarkozy was a president. They have convicted him. Sarkozy is a criminal. Lagarde was a criminal. All those French people there, they commit, politicians, they commit crime. So La République have copied this criminality and they are doing it too in the Cameroons. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm just telling you, don't envy these criminals. Be humble, be good, be nice. You will be rewarded one day. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I must also want to send my heartfelt condolence to the family and friends of my good friend, Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who passed away in India. He was a good friend of mine. We used to invite him, he would come. We had London Political Summit. He was a simple man. Come on, we stroll in London in the street. You wouldn't even know he was a prime minister. That's what I loved in late Raila Odinga. He was a lovely man, simple. Anglo-Saxon politician. Not these ones that they gonflare. He was a good man, very good man. That's why I like him. And I send my condolences to all the people of Kenya and Africa following the passing away of my good friend, Raila Odinga. He was a good man. That's why you see Anglo-Saxon culture, a gentleman. I used to see Anglophone ministers when I was growing up, they were like that. But today, we have Molinex. That's not Anglophone ministers. Atanganji is making like a beast. Atanganji encouraged people to fraud. Atanganji announced a result before time that we know who have won. It's called what? According to their penal code and electoral code, Atanganji is intimidating people, which is what? A criminal offense. I don't know why they are not behind bars. Because when you do these things, it's a criminal offense. They either fine you, there's a penalty, they fine you, imprisonment or administrative consequence. But none of these things are not being done. Insofar as you chop people their money, shame on anyone. If you're a CPDM militant, shame on you. It's Maître Mola. You people are criminal. You cannot exclude yourself. You cannot say it's Bia. You cannot say it's Ngongo. You cannot say it's Famdongo. You cannot say it's Atanganji. Insofar as you're a militant of CPDM, chop people their money, you are part of that criminal syndicate. You're the people destroying the Cameroons. You're the people destroying Africa. You're the people making Africa to be backwards. People laugh at us all over the world. People have been calling me over the world. Nigeria, this, to ask about the election in Cameroon. You people have made us to become a laughing stock because of your egocentricity, egoism, self-centered people. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this party political broadcast was helpful. Once more, have a wonderful day. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ciao.
Un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on n'allait pas la route de l'État?